Welcome at 10 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Stephen Holt.
And I'm Allison Rosati. After so much anticipation, the expected sweeping Trump tariffs did not happen. President Trump today announced a 90-day pause for more than 75 countries who did not retaliate. China, however, now faces increased tariffs of 125%.
Despite all that, Wall Street seemed to respond in a big way with a huge rebound today. The S&P climbing more than 9%, the Nasdaq up to 12%, and the Dow up nearly 3,000 points to end the day. So this is kind of a rhetorical question. Does this put an end to all of the economic uncertainty? NBC5's Natalie Martinez is here to help us digest all this back and forth with the tariffs, Natalie.
Yeah, Stefan, and the short answer is no. But the president's power move, pausing most tariffs on most countries for 90 days. Stocks surged within minutes of the announcement. And tonight, a Buffalo Grove-based financial advisor also weighing in.
Tonight, we know that the 75 countries who reached out to the Trump administration will be rewarded. Their baseline tariffs reduced to 10%.
I think now the market understands that everything they saw last Wednesday was a ceiling.
Except in the case of China, which is now slapped with 125% tariffs.
China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it.
At this point, China's government has made it clear it's not interested in negotiation, saying they have both the will and abundant means to fight a trade war with the U.S.
Chicago-based financial advisor Jordan Flowers.
Really, one person induced this crash, which was Trump imposing these tariffs. And then with one reversal saying we're going to give a 90-day, pause, except for China, that has totally reversed course. And that's why we saw a massive drop. And now we see a massive rebound for this day. But I do anticipate volatility over the next few weeks and few months.
Flowers says people are feeling uncomfortable because we haven't really experienced this before.
It's crazy when the market's very volatile. The worst days are usually surrounded by some of the best days. That's why it's key to stay invested and not get emotional or knee-jerk when it comes to your investments.
Dems blasting the sudden shifts.
This chaos seems to be just a game for Donald Trump. But it is really real, very real for people's lives.
The livelihood of third-generation sheet workers like those at Madden Sheet Metal in Palatine. Most of their material is locally sourced in the U.S., but aluminum heavily imported from Canada, machines and parts from China.
The costs are definitely going to get passed on. It's not something that we're kind of set up to absorb.
Currently, American businesses sell $143 billion worth of goods to China. China sells $438 billion of products to the U.S., a record $295 billion trade deficit.
You can't control the tariffs. You can't control the market fluctuations, but you can control how much risk you take.
And now tonight we're hearing from J.P. Morgan, who says a recession is still likely despite the tariff pause. Allison.
Natalie, thank you.